I was asked, I was told, rather, that there were going to be a bunch of people here that didn't know nothing about making a living off the land, and that I might be of help should you all start starving along the way, or if you had a medical problem. So I decided to come and help you all out, seeing as it's a Christian thing to do. First thing I want to tell you, the most important thing when you're going out gathering in the wild is get you a big stick. Now this one, it's kind of heavy if you were going for a hike, but it's just the right weight for whopping snakes. And if you're going out gathering, you're going to find a snake. And I don't know about you, but if there's a snake, it's going to get whopped. So a good old walnut staff will do it for you. And I'll pass this off. Like that. Well, I was out this morning walking around because we have a little garden. We got some beans and we got some corn, but stuff's not ready yet. Now my husband can go out and we can get a rabbit or a squirrel or a deer sometimes and have some meat. But I don't know about you, after having salt meat all winter, I'm like some old cow looking over a fence hollering for green grass. I want something green. So I go out and I look around and see what I can find. Well, one of the first things I found was poke. Now, when you go out gathering in the wild, do not dare eat something if you aren't for sure what it is. Because things you can eat can also kill you. Now, a poke plant you need to gather young when it's little and tender. Some people do what they call poke salad. They'll take the real young leaves. Now, get the young ones. Don't get those old ones because they got poison in them. And they take them off and they wash them real well. And they'll wilt them down in some grease and add some eggs and have eggs and poke. But my favorite way, y'all ever had fried okra? Well, okra came in from further south, and I have just loved it. But you can take the stalk of a young, tender poke plant, cut it in little pieces, roast it in corn, move things right along. You can eat it stewed, you can eat it in a pie, or you can cook it down real soft and add a little honey to it or sugar and let it kind of dry out like leather and make little pills out of it, and you can carry them with you should you be of the kind that might need some rhubarby kind of help. Talking about medicinal plants, I picked some lemon balm. Now lemon balm is good in a salad if you like a real lemony taste, because it does add a lemon taste. But you can also pick the leaves and either use them green or dry, and it makes a tea, a lemon-flavored tea. And you can drink it cold, or you can drink it hot. But any of the plants that have the word balm in them, like bee balm, it soothes you. So if you have a fractious husband, should there ever be such a thing, or a fractious child, just make them up a cup of lemon balm tea, put a little sweetener in it, and it soothes them right down. And it's safe even for babies. Catnip does the same thing, and it's also good for cats. I have in here two things that are really good for poison ivy. One is called jewel weed. Now, the Lord made the earth to work. So when you find something bad, you'll find something good right there. So if you have a lot of poison ivy, and if you never had poison ivy, congratulations. But jewel weed, you can break off and use the sap of jewel weed, and that'll help stop the itching. My favorite, though, is plantain. And some people call this foxtail. They grow kind of on the ground with the rosette, and they have this little stalk that comes up with a fuzzy little thing on the top. And you just get this and get your mortar and pestle and smash it all up, smear it on where your poison ivy is, and it dries it up and takes care of it in no time at all. So when you're out looking around, remember, If you get bit by a snake, look around and there's going to be something that'll help your snake bite, if you know what it is. So education is always a good thing. Well, there's you all, you dandelions. Speaking of the dandelion, did you know, I heard tell that there weren't any dandelions in the United States of America until the settlers from England came over and from Germany, that in their straw bedding, they had the seeds, and when they spread the seeds, they started growing. And you tell me if there's anything better looking than that little bright yellow flower about the end of February. It'll make you happy. You can dig a dandelion root too, by the way. Dry it and make coffee. So once again, it's a pitiful substitute. Did you see, as we were going along here, those orange lilies that are in the bench rows? Some people call them tiger lilies. You can dig up the roots of those things and use them just like potatoes. You can dry them and grind them up, and it makes the flour that you can cook with. Now, as I was walking around this morning, I was a little concerned because there was a late freeze. We're not going to have the nuts that we have. I don't see many nuts setting on. A few walnuts. The sarvice berries are already gone. They got frozen out. Blackberries are coming on, and everybody knows the blackberry. That's where your snake stick comes in handy. But if you know about blackberries, you know that the leaves of blackberries are good for you too. Pick those leaves, wash them, dry them, crumble them up, and blackberry tea, if you're getting a cold, oh, it'll help you nose. I'm going to go down to the creek after a while. There's some watercresses down there. And also there's some willows growing down there. And I need something for headaches. I keep some in my cabinet. Now when they say willow bark, when you look at a tree, you see the little rough bark? That's not what they're talking about. You get your little hatchet, and you get that rough bark off, and underneath is that slick, smooth bark. Get you some of that, let it dry, crumble it up, you can make a little tea, it'll help your headache. Slippery bark elm, make a little tea out of that in the bark, it'll help your sore throat. God provides. We just have to have the sense to know what He's provided. I thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'll make something up.
She's real good at that too. Let's see, Mark Barker come in while we were having a meeting. Did you bring your books with you?
I didn't. They're still available, though. People can approach me about them.
Interested, Appalachians All. Very interesting book, and I'm sure you'll be glad to set you up. Leonard, you've been awful quiet back there.